Who's a thick boy? Who's a thick boy?
All right.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Sam, what do you think of my hat?
But Alex, he's betraying the Laymen brand. He's got
I love Cliffy.
a dirty Lawbreakers hat on. I said to him, please don't wear it on the camera, but he said, no, I insist. I want all my audience to hate us. I said, alright.
Have you ever seen a more fitting logo for a video game?
Yeah.
It is a dead, sad face covered in blood.
Yeah. Quickly, before we start, okay, I got to tell you a very, very sad story, okay? Let me set the scene. I got home after a long day, alright? And I was like, oh my god, I can't wait for dinner. And I walk in and Alex like, I ate your dinner. I'm like,
I cooked his dinner.
Oh, and that doesn't matter.
No, it matters. It matters. There's context.
No, it doesn't matter. Okay?
I cooked a beautiful stir fry.
Okay, I got home.
Chicken and broccoli.
He ate my dinner. I said, oh shit, there must have only been one plate. That's cool. He was like, oh no, there was 2 dinners.
Definitely 2.
I just decided to eat both, and I was just like, thick boy. Okay, so what are we talking about? Oh my god, I called you Ralph. Yuck.
Do not call me that
That is the worst thing
ugly
ever.
mongrel.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
What are we talking about?
Anyway, today we're going to be talking about last night. Some news dropped from Game Industry Biz,
Game Industry Biz,
who had an interview with a very important chief design person at a much-loved video game publisher.
And what was the game in question?
It's a little game called Anthem.
It's all about that Anthem to date, people. Okay guys, we're back. So a bit of context about what happened in the past. We all know the wonderful saga of the whole Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Correct.
They dropped, a very anticipated game. Sadly the microtransactions sucked big time. Everyone started hating EA, and then they, of course, Anthem was on the horizon. Everyone's like, shit, what's going to happen with Anthem now?
There was a laundry list of shit that went wrong.
Totally. And it's now made EA, not the most favorite company in the world. I think it's actually the most hated company in America.
Now, if we recap, most downvoted Reddit post in history.
Yes.
Number 2, 3 million fewer sales or shipments of Star Wars Battlefront 2 than they'd hoped for due to the loot box controversy.
Yep.
There were legislators, members of Parliament and Congress.
Our mate Chris Lee.
Pushing...
Our mate. Not your mate.
He's my mate by proxy.
Yeah, of course.
Pushing for legislation to have the whole loot box economy within video games to be regulated. And, of course, not least, the birth of Lamon Gamon.
It was the birth of Lamon Gamon, actually. So that's a bit of background about how we've all kind of got here.
Throughout that process, the word loot blocks.
No need for loot blocks anymore.
Guys. The word Roblox has become a dirty word.
Loot blocks is the word. Now, in that time, it did become a bit of a dirty word.
Absolutely.
People like Jim Sterling, for instance, there was a whole movement, and we like to say that we were a part of that movement, actually.
Indeed. There was a shift in the way that games were spoken about in 2018 in terms of monetization.
Yep.
We had developers coming out and saying, hey, our new game, which is like 6 months away, is not going to have loot boxes. We had Shadow of War, retroactively remove their entire, paid loot box system. And don't forget that they cut loot boxes from Star Wars Battlefront 2 the day before it went on sale.
That's true.
Given the debacle. Now they're reintroducing crystals.
Yeah, but it's different.
And
it's a whole different thing.
Whatever.
Anyway.
But they changed. So the question is, have EA or will EA do anything differently to how they've done?
Now, it all leads to Anthem, of course. And I know they've had a bit of problems here. They've lost 2 lead developers, including the 2 top writers of the studio. The rumors were persisting that, it was behind schedule. There was, additional concerns that the game was going to be a scam like Star Wars Battlefront 2.
I think that was the biggest problem. I think that what little community goodwill EA had at that point was even put into more question.
Yeah.
Given how they've acted in the past and the kind of game that Anthem is, coming off the heels of Destiny 2's Eververse and that whole debacle, there was a lot of concern about how they were going to do things in Anthem.
100%.
Patrick Soderlund, who is the chief creative officer at EA, recently promoted, in fact, due to a big executive shuffle that happened quite recently, was interviewed, and GameIndustry.biz posted the article. Now, what he says within is pretty interesting. We have taken significant steps as a company to review and understand the mechanics around monetization, loot boxes, and other things in our games before they go to market. He continues.
I'll come back to what I was just going to say.
Sam continues.
I just think, like, you know, significant steps as a company to review and understand. Review and understand means one thing to me. It's like, we've heard the community, everyone hates us now, and now we're going to make sure that when we move forward, we've learnt our lessons. That's like exactly what that means.
The Bungie, we're listening.
Yes. What's the thing again? I keep forgetting the EA slogan now on the down Reddit thing. Pride and accomplishment.
That's what we're chasing. Söderlund continues. For games that come next, for Battlefield or for Anthem, players have made it very clear that we can't afford to make similar mistakes. Full stop, and we won't.
I like that. I like that he's come out and been like, dude, we fucked up. We know it. The community's told us. We're admitting it. And we've got to make sure moving forward, you know, it's transparent, because it's like, dude, you know, we are a business. We want to make sure that, of course, we are a successful business, and we've rubbed the consumer the wrong way.
Absolutely.
They could have given us some shitty thing. Oh, we had a great year last year. FIFA and Ultimate Team made us so much money, but they didn't. You know, like they've acknowledged that they've really done, you know, the wrong thing by they've at least said that the community has made it clear, and they want to make sure that they right their wrongs. In my personal opinion, Reddit, YouTube, like, we did it, fellas. Okay, we totally did it. EA is sitting there, like, scared, going, holy shit, if we release another game like this, we are fucked.
Look what they did to my hand, man.
Don't forget to tell your friends what happens if they fuck around here. You understand?
I'm sorry, I made a bad mistake.
You're fucking right, you made a bad mistake.
We put the fear of God into EA.
We totally did. Like, in terms of Lamon Gamon.
Yeah.
No, but like the community...
That Alec guy.
Yeah, I don't know about that dude. Thick butt. But like the community itself has all come together, I think, and really made sure that EA understood that the community is a force to be reckoned with, and if you fuck us around, hey, like, we're not going to buy your games. And like, you know, yes, you might, you know, you'll have the sports kind of people always coming back for more, but you won't be respected in the industry. 100%. They will not be respected in the industry, and they've already done they've done a lot of damage, but as I said, I've said this in previous videos, a 10-year plan could get them back again if they were to, you know, change their tune.
And I think, to speculate, I think that what we've seen from the Battlefront 2 changes is pretty indicative of what they're going to go for.
Yeah.
I mean, they see the cash cow that is in-game purchases. They also see the knockback from the community about, you know, when it's done in a way that is that affects the game balance. So I think that what they've done with Battlefront and making it cosmetic only is a pretty good indicator of how they'll look to do in the future. But who knows?
But another question is, will EA still release Anthem and fuck it up? Like, is it possible? Of course it's possible. Do I think it's going to happen? I actually don't now. I think that they've totally learnt their lesson. We still don't want loot boxes, but you know, they have to find a way, of course, to monetize. I get it. There's going to be server costs, and if they want to make a game that's going to be 10 years, you know, 10 years long, they want to find some way to monetize, but they've got to make sure it's done in a way that respects the consumer. So, I mean, will they fuck it up? It's EA, it's Andrew Wilson, maybe, but I hope that they don't. I hope that they don't.
So whether they reform themselves or not will be shown.
We will see.
By Anthem. I think Anthem's going to be the...
It's the glimmer of hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly EA's biggest game on the horizon.
New IP.
They're putting a lot of work into this. BioWare, huge studio. Their last couple of games have been a bit let down. But I mean, they've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah.
And I think that how they handle the monetization with and the in-game economy of Anthem will be a really telling sign for how EA might look to operate in the future.
Yeah, so look, guys, we will see. I mean, hopefully this is the game that gives us the glimmer of hope that makes us go, yes, this is a fucking sick game.
We're now hoping for hope.
Yeah, we're hoping for hope, exactly right.
It's that dire.
Yeah, we are hoping for hope from EA. You know, I just think, you know, this is the game that can really get them back on the bandwagon, but, you know, I don't know. Who knows? We'll have to get some more updates. Until then, guys, see you, fam.